Welcome to Hump Day, everybody. Wip Wednesday. I look totally shot. I look nice and fresh and all together this morning when I sat down for my live video. Hello, I'm Elisa Maria. Welcome to Elisa Marie Designs. Welcome if you're new. I promise you it's not always this crazy. It's sometimes crazy, but not always this crazy. And welcome back if you're back. If you came back for the actual kit up with audio. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. I'm getting my stuff out of the way, you guys. So I kitted up this kit, and the whole time that I was talking, there was no audio. Okay, all right, we do it again, that's all. Here we go. Here we are. Here's where I left off. This is where I left you all off at. I was doing what I do, which is I write down the DMC codes to all my my palette, my drills, and I give you the proper names, the DMC names for the colors in this palette. And I was in the middle of all that, and Anthony from Single and Placing popped on and said, hey, just wanted to pop in and say hi, but you have no, it could be my end, but I knew it wasn't, because people were popping on and they were popping off. And I'm like, no one's saying hello. The other thing was, I started, you know, when John and I did the live on Sunday, let me put these all in order. When John and I did the live on Sunday, I started in a vertical position, and then I'm like, how, you know, I have taped before in horizontal, like, you know, full scale, and why can I not get there? And he was getting a little frustrated with me, because he figures, like, you know, this is your deal, and don't you know what you're doing? And I turned it off and I turned it back on, and then all of a sudden it worked. So we had no problem during the filming that I did with John live. That said, I'm filming, I get it to work. I stopped the live twice because I was early to make sure everything was going to be working okay. And I stopped the live twice to say, this is so frustrating, and I had to delete what was going up so you guys didn't see it. And I'm like, this is so frustrating. What the heck is going on? That I can't seem to get the full, you know, even though I went into settings and I made sure that YouTube had permission to go full scale. If anybody knows what I'm talking about and you can help me in any way, I would so appreciate it. You know, I'm new to all this, but I'm trying to always expand what I'm doing here and, you know, just keep pushing forward. But I guess I'm not, you know, I guess I'm not as technically savvy as I think that I am. Savvy, not savvy, as I think I am. And, you know, I mean, it seems pretty straightforward when I read the directions, and then you go to it, and there's like all this extra troubleshooting that's going on. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, it should be, you know, fairly easy to get, you know, yourself on a YouTube live and not have all these problems. You know, it's not like I'm using a flip phone, for crying out loud. Which would be something, wouldn't it? My girlfriend is still running around with a flip phone. My girlfriend Kim. Hey Kim, I don't know if you're watching. My friends always catch my videos after I'm done, because, you know, we all have crazy lives, and, you know, we can't be here at 10 a.m., you know, while I'm doing this. So I'm putting these all in order, because I will tell you something about these custom kits from Dreamer Designs, which I love. No shade here from me on Dreamer Designs at all. I think they do an excellent job. This is 29, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. There's always one that's got to be hiding. Where's 38? Here it is. How did you get all the way over here? So, you know, my friends watch later on, and one thing about these custom kits from Dreamer Design is that you get a sticker sheet with all your DMC codes printed very, very nicely, very clear, very beautiful, but you have to cut them and then you have to peel them off. They don't just peel off. So I have to get my tweezers out. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to kit up. One of the bags was open. That's why there's this little tray here. Let me get my water. Nope, of course my water's missing because John had it yesterday. So I have a backup to the water being missing. Do you remember this? Did you ever work in a department store or anything like that, or have to count money? I keep this in my drawer because your hands are dry. It's white, and so I just wet my hands like that, and I'm able to pick these drills up that are all over my desk because the bag was open. That was the second thing that happened, or the third thing. Let me see. The video went from horizontal to vertical to yeah, it was vertical to horizontal. Got that fixed, and I'm like, oh, I got it fixed. And then when I watched the live, I was sideways. That's only for a little while, and then I went back, and it was the audio. And then when I was, cleaning up after this disastrous live that I had this morning, one of the drill bags was open and all the drills were all over the desk. So I had to get a brush and I had to sweep them in here because they got stuck into the cracks of my desk. So that was fun too. It's a fun day. It's a fun day. We're alive. We're alive. No, you can't beat that. So let's not complain. We're alive. And so I'm going to kit these up. Now, if it gets to be too tedious for me, like, because my nerves are shot at this point, I'm going to abandon these stickers. I'm telling you. How is everybody's Wednesday going? How's everybody doing? What are you doing? What are you working on? So it was nice to be able to talk to Anthony, and Jenny was here, and Jenny will always leave me. I love Jenny. She will always leave me messages, and then she'll be like, one more thing. And I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm inundating you with all these messages and stuff. I'm like, I don't mind, because you text the way that I talk in just a one long, continuous sentence. So I didn't mind at all. So this is what I don't like about the kit, is that I have to peel this off and stick them on. And so now you see I left that number on there, and I don't know why I did that, because that may confuse me. I might just pick this up because I'm dyslexic. I might just pick this up and be like, oh, number 1 is here, when really this is the symbol. So I don't know why I just did that. I don't know if that's, in fact, I'm going to need that, that fingertip moist. And I have it in there, if I have a spill, you don't want to lick your fingers and pick up drills. I know we do, but you don't want to. I keep this out, and I keep this out for when I have these baggies, because you can't open them. So what I do is I moisten my fingertips, and I just go like this, and I do this little slide motion, and they pop right open. Another tip from the tip queen over here. Always giving out tips. So this color is medium light shell pink. Are we going to have a catastrophe with these bags now? Because my nerves can't handle anymore today. I'm just saying. My nerves can't handle anymore today. Need a tray. Let's just pop them in the tray first. Get them all out of the bag. I'm going to get my dryer sheets ready too. And I don't usually do this, but I'm going to do this today because I'm just trying to beat whatever kind of crazy moon is happening. Is it some kind of crazy moon? Is it some kind of Mars retrograde or something? I used to be up on all that stuff when I was teaching regularly yoga. And now I'm just I don't know what's going on. The planets could be exploding right now. So I'm going to get ahead of the curve with a dryer sheet and just stick it in here so that this nonsense stops now. I can't stand the static. I'm going to put it in here, right on top like that. And medium light shell pink, give them all a good zhuzh. So this way when we go to diamond paint, we can at least have all our faculties where we're not going crazy. And I have 2 drills in here. There's no black in this canvas at all. There is a black brown, but there is no black. That's what I was talking about this morning. I was talking about this custom kit, how much I like Dreamer Designs, how much I enjoy, let me put this on the side before I have another catastrophe, how much I enjoy really just doing an artist, peel this back. Can I be this bold as to just expose them all and have them hang off the end of my desk and just kind of rip it here? That's what I'm going to do, because I can't see myself you know, doing one by one of these. Everybody go get a cup of coffee. Well, after this debacle with the live, I went for a walk. I'm like, I need to go out for a walk. I was sitting for an hour and a half talking to basically air for 50 minutes, but I was so happy that, you know, Anthony let me know that my audio was off and I could have corrected that. What's going on? Why do you not want to peel? And then I was just like, you know, my back, you know, because it's tension, you know, you got tension, you know, and I was like, I need to go for a walk. I needed to go over to go get my vitamins from the pharmacy, and go get, like, I take the Alpramazole, like, over the counter. I don't take, like, Zantac or anything because I had an ulcer. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to hang this. I'm going to peel the whole thing. I'm getting really bold and brazen, but what else could go on? What else could go wrong today? What else? And I'm going to hang this off my desk, and I'm going to start cutting them from the bottom. Because if not, well, no, I'll cut them from the top. If not, we'll be here all day. Who's got time to be here all day? What can I put this on? Here we go. Here we go. The second stand. Here, I got this stand here. See? Like this, like that. See? And then I'm going to cut them from the bottom because I can't sit here and peel these off one at a time. We'll be here all day. I'll be here till tomorrow morning. Number 168 is Pewter Very Light. Wet my fingertips, go like this, and there you go. I'm going to put them in this tray anyway because I can't tempt fate anymore. So, like, if anybody knows what kind of, you know, what's going on in the universe, please let me know if you have a clue. Number 2 is Pewter Very Light. And so I'm going to cut this off from the bottom like this. And I believe that I am going to get rid of this number because I'm going to I'm thinking now, are these colors in their group? Well, they put these in order by DMC codes. So, you know, of course, they're in order by DMC codes. That's the way they all come out. So, all right, I'm going to put this here, number 2. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to save it. The first time I get confused and pick up number 2, because there's a number 2 on the canvas, I'm just going to, like, hang it up. I'm not really going to hang it up, but I'm being dramatic. I'm Italian. What do you want? Okay, number 3. Number 3, we have 169 Pewter Light. So that was Pewter Very Light, and this is Pewter Light. Okay. Let's get this. This case is a dupe case that I got from on Amazon, but it came directly from China. You know, it was like 20 bucks, 17 bucks, 19 bucks. I know it was really cheap, and I was like, listen, I need another case. Even though I have cases that I didn't dekit upstairs, I'm like, lady, what are you doing? So this is Pewter Very Light. This is number 3. I'm like, what are you doing that you didn't dekit? I didn't dekit Crimson. I didn't dekit Lilac. Like, no wonder why you don't have any cases. You don't know what you're doing. I got a couple of these drills here. And so far, so good. They're working very nicely. Number 4 is Shell Pink Very Light. Let's turn this light around so you can see without blinding me. Don't want to be blinded. Shell Pink Very Light. See how easy you can open the bag? You just go like that now. I love when I'm watching creators. Like, did you notice that ever since I got the tray out, I didn't, none of these are staticky. Okay. The gods are having fun with me today. Number 4, Shell Pink Very Light. And I've been forgetting to put my little dryer sheet in there because I want to do it for all of them. I mean, I know that these are not sticky, but I'm telling you, everything starts to affect these drills. I think, you know, drills that you have in your tray that you're picking up with wax or putty, and then the ones that you don't use go back in, and then that causes a problem. So I'm just going to beat the curve. I'll go back and put those other ones in later. I don't feel like opening them up again. Okay, one wants to always escape. Here we go. Shell pink, very light, number 4. The only thing is when you have a longer tail like that, it kind of goes around the bottom, but that's okay. Shell pink, very light. Number 5 we have is 317, and it's pewter gray. Pewter gray. Again, not staticky. Okay, all right. I'm putting that dryer sheet anyway, because you're not going to get the best of me. And let me get this here. Number 5. That was a smart idea I had, peeling the whole back off. Dear Lord, I was going crazy. I couldn't imagine what these nails. I went to do my nails last week. I wanted to put my extensions on. I wanted to put my gels on. And I got as far as putting the base coat on. And you could have saw, like in all the videos that I was doing, that the base coat was starting to wear away. And thank God I only did it on one hand. And I was just getting annoyed. See, I went for it that time. I was going to do it directly into the case. And of course, you know, decided, don't feel like it. Let her work for it. And I was like, oh, you know what? Enough with this. But we're going to go see part of my birthday gifts from my husband. He is taking me to see Mamma Mia at the Philadelphia Academy of Music. And come on. You could do it. You could do it. Is there one in the hinge? I'm literally afraid to close this. What is going on? Is it in the hinge? Everybody's having a moment. They're actually flying out of here. What is going on? Did I just say out loud that so far so good with these drill containers and now they want to act up? I don't know what is going on. Somebody please help me. Is this just not... Are we all better now? Oh my God. Even the drills are having a moment. There we go. Number 6. So we're going to the Academy of Music. This is number 318, Steel Gray Light, to see Mamma Mia. And I was like, I want to get my nails done. I want to do my nails. So I sat here last night. I put night's rest off to the side. I was like, enough of you. Number 6. And I said, I'm going to sit here and do my nails. And so, again, you want to hear how much the gods are listening to me? My son took me to lunch. I told you about that in the live with no audio. And my son said, what are you doing for dinner? I said, Josh, we're eating right now. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not having dinner. You know, this is it for me. I'm having pho with you. And that's it. And I said, if I have anything, I went to the farmer's market. I may have some watermelon later. Or I have some fresh peaches, or, you know, something like that, but I'm not eating again. So I just got done. I mean, I literally got done doing my nails. I go in the kitchen. I was like, you know, John is like, you want to watch another episode of The Resident? I'm like, yeah, put it on. Let me go get some watermelon. I'm kind of dry from, like, you know, just sitting at this desk and doing night's rest. And then, you know, going right into doing my nails. I could use something to drink, but I want something like a little bit more thirst quenching. And he said, how about we, I said, I'll get some watermelon. Well, he was in the kitchen 5 minutes before me while I was doing my nails. And he was putting all bottles of water in the refrigerator that we have no room for. We bought this refrigerator because literally, you know, my husband was a bachelor. So, you know, the door not closing correctly is not an issue until on the refrigerator, until it falls off. And literally, I went to go open the refrigerator and the door fell off. Now, if you don't know how heavy a refrigerator door is, I hope that you never find out. I went to open his refrigerator door and it fell off, and he was at work. And I called him up. I'm like, the refrigerator door. I called him from my watch. I'm holding it up. I can't move. I'm trapped in the house. And he came running home. So we bought this refrigerator like very quickly, but it looked good. You know, we were like, yeah, that's great. It fits our budget right now. But we can't fit nothing in this refrigerator. And now he goes in there and I think he puts like 12 bottles of water. I opened up the refrigerator. I had just cleaned the refrigerator out too. And I'm like, where is he going with all these bottles? Is he living in the Sahara? Like, he goes to work with a cooler. He goes to work with all my ice. The ice machine literally works for him. And this is number 7, dark violet. This is probably the ribbon in her hair, I think. When he pushed the water bottles in the refrigerator, now he will blame me that I don't close anything, and that is partially true. But you were pushing gallon bags. I bought a huge watermelon, and it created 5 1-gallon bags of watermelon, all cut up with tons of juice. So the bag tilted over, and what happened? All the juice was all over the refrigerator. Okay. Right after I got my nails done, I was pitching a fit. He's like, all right, I'm here. I'll help you. I'm like, take this refrigerator apart. Like, it literally went all the way down into the other container, the drawer underneath. You had to take everything. And I just thought, I just did this. I just did it. Because I like to get everything big out of the way before I do something like put nails on. So that's the dark violet. Let's put that little, I notice with the darker colors, I don't get static. It's the lighter colors I get static. But again, the gods are listening to me. They're like, oh, really? Let's make sure we get all her dark drills and make them really staticky. Cracking up, people. Number 8, number 402, mahogany, very light. Now, this is number 8, mahogany, very light. And this is why I do these DMC codes, because this to me does not look like mahogany. It looks like salmon. But every DMC that's in here that's mahogany is this color. I believe, without even looking, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I believe that number 37 is mahogany light. So we'll see when we get up to number 37. No, we don't have to wait. Let's see. Number 37. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It's pumpkin pale. Isn't that a great name? Pumpkin pale. Okay, so number 8 is mahogany very light. Here comes Foofy. I'm going to add to the confusion now. Comes Foofy. Here he is, look, looking around. Nobody's looking for it. He is so disoriented right now because this is what he does. Because he's looking for treats. I did not get him any treats this morning because I got up early in the morning and I saw John in the hallway with him, giving him handfuls of treats. So he could just cool his jets for treats. You know, it's Daddy spoils him. Right, Foofy? Daddy spoils you. Number 8. Here he goes. He's tapping my case. He's going to start now. You know, lady, you better get up and get me some treats because you're not going to finish this. You're not going to finish this video in peace. You think you had problems during the live? Wait. Oh my God. You got to laugh. It's what I was saying in the video when Anthony made me aware that my audio was off. I'm like, I'm cracking up. I'm talking to nobody. I don't even think I have captions on that I could say, well, at least put the captions on so you could hear what I'm saying. But, you know, everything for a reason. I felt a little rushed this morning, even though I was pretty much prepared, but not as prepared as I like to be. So everything for a reason. So if you just go to the 50-minute mark, I'm there with Anthony and Jenny, and we're having a nice little conversation about what we're working on. And, you know, events. And I was talking again about the creator event. And I think that, you know, with this weekend, with John, who is going to be reading, this is something else that I was telling you guys. John is going to be doing the reading for Self-Care Sunday. He's very excited, so am I, because it's one of my favorite books. And talk about one of his favorite books. He has the original copy. It was a Scholastic school book. It was called Stories of Suspense, and Of Missing Persons was in this. In these, I think there's like 3 stories. So the author of Missing Persons also wrote The Body Snatchers. He wrote Time After Time. He does a lot of sci-fi and travel. But I didn't, when John was reading me this story, for me, it wasn't really all about the time travel. It was about it's about a bank clerk who is just, wants to live in a different world. He wants to live in a world that he envisions in his mind. And that's where my tagline came out of, creating the world that you want to live in. And that's why I'm so excited for you guys to hear this story. It's about 25 pages long. John's going to read it. I'm going to be in the background diamond painting. He's going to read 12 pages, and the following week he'll do another 12 pages. So I'm so excited for this, and it will switch on and off between me diamond painting and him reading. I'd like to do it like that, tell you a little bit about what I'm doing, check in with the story. So I mean, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We just have to agree on a time. Because Sundays, John leaps out of bed on a Sunday. He wants to go to breakfast. He wants to go down 9th Street. He wants to go buy vegetables. I want to go to Jersey. I want to go get my fruit that I get from my guy that I love, because he always has great fruit. And he's like a little variety store too. He makes like fresh jams, and I want to do that. So we're pretty get up and go on a Sunday. And I'm gonna put the rest of these in here. So we'll have to agree on a time, but I want it to be where we're not like, oh my God, we had such a crazy morning and we're just too tired to do it. Like the party on Saturday night, we were still excited. We're like, oh great, we got Ralphie's party on Saturday night, and then Sunday we have we're going to do a live, and then we're going to do Self-Care Sunday. Well, he checked out of Self-Care Sunday. I finished up the listening path on Self-Care Sunday, which was the last chapter of Julia Cameron's book, The Listening Path, which was about condensed, it was a 6-week Artist Way program. Julia Cameron also wrote The Artist Way, and that's a 12-week program. And if you feel like maybe 12 weeks is too overwhelming for you, absolutely do The Listening Path. It's a 6-week program. The whole series is on my channel. It's got its own folder. Number 9, Pewter Gray Dark. And did I put that little piece of, no, of course I didn't. I keep forgetting, but I'm going to have to put these dryer sheets in front of me where I could see them. I love pewter. Oh gosh, I love grays. Number 10 is 436 Tan. Little baby one. Number 10. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't sit here and stress out about peeling each one of these off one at a time. Just taking the ends off. So I was all, getting ready to get cozy with my watermelon and watch The Resident, and I ended up taking my refrigerator apart last night. Oh, ladies, ladies, ladies. But he did help. John's a big help around the house. He if I don't get to something, he'll always chip in and he'll do it, Number 10, Tan. Give these a good shimmy shake. There's always one in the background that gets left behind. Come on, you. So I took a nice walk, and then I was thinking while I was walking, being that the listening path is over, I don't want you guys to, do your tools that you learned in the listening path, which is, your morning stream of consciousness writing, and your artist date, and your what else? Your walking meditation. So I was thinking that this is Debbie coming up the East Coast. The Hurricane Debbie's coming up the East Coast. And so it's a really crappy overcast day today. Of all the things on my desk, he does not like, he don't like it. He doesn't like, that's it. He's happy now. It's on the floor. He hates that kitten. I think he thinks it's real. And he's like, get out of here, you. Number 11. Shell gray light. He's just, this is what he's doing. Oh, you guys are getting a lot of foofy today. This is what he's doing. Look, because he wants treats. I'm not doing nothing. Usually he runs from the camera. Usually he runs. He sees the camera. But he, know what he smells in here? I'm telling you. What is it with cats? I'll kill you, Foofy. What is it with the cats with the washi tape? This is what he's fixed on right now, the washi tape. I guarantee you there's some kind of sticky stuff in here. Yep, yep. Yep, yeah, it's glued. It's glued with my washi tape. It's the code that you get in your diamond paintings so that you can, you know, next time you order, scan the code. So that's being stuck. That's stuck in the back with washi tape. So this is like, he's gone now. Did you hear him jump off the desk like a water buffalo? Number 453. Shell gray light. Like, see, that to me, I don't know. Isn't this more like a beige than a tan? All right, well, there we go. 11. Number 12 is, I remember this one. Oh, it's not, I'm wrong again. Number 12, 502, blue green. Blue green. Lots of this color in Night's Rest. Lots of this color. A lot of blue greens and gray greens in Night's Rest. Number 12. Let me just put you out here. You should fit in here. Open this up. You guys see that? I'll put this in here. Let's cut this off. Now he went in the other room to go cause some kind of havoc in there. Or I think maybe he went to go eat his food. Because he is, like I'm telling you, he wants a treat right now, and I'm not. He had a bunch of treats this morning. He's crazy for, if you have a cat, you have to get them this stuff called bonkers. Literally lose their mind, and it's not catnip. It's called Chicky Licks. Chicky Licks. You should eat this. You should eat. You should see this cat when he gets a Purr Pop, because they make Purr Pops too. That's what they're called, Purr Pops. It's a lollipop for a cat. I was trying not to get that little piece of paper in there, but I did. Where's my fingertip moist? Because I also dropped some of these in here. Blue green. Number 13. And he loses his mind. And you know, he was trying to open up the armchair, opens up on the side. He was trying to open this up. This is blue green medium, number 13. He was trying to open my armchair and get the package out. And he's strong. He's 28 pounds. He weighed more than the watermelon that I carried in. He's traumatized, this cat. I know that he is. I know that he is. I mean, I no doubt think that the dad loved him, but I think when the wife came into, when he met his girlfriend, that she became his wife, and then they had a child, I think that she was just like, he's got to go. And they were going to let him live outside. I was like, live outside? You only live in Jersey. Did I put the thing in there again? Did I do it? I mean, you know, do you think that there's no wildlife out in Jersey? There's, you know, possum, which he would be afraid of. Not my little Honor. My Honor. Oh, my God. My Honor would take on a possum 1, 2, 3. My little baby Honor. Horses. Honor would go after a horse. Honor, I'm looking for my tweezer. You know where it is? On the floor. Because Foofy threw it on the floor. Do I have another tweezer here? See, this is what happens when I organize myself. I can't find anything anymore. It's gone. I have to get up and go get a tweezer that's on the floor so that he can come over and pick it up again and throw it on the floor. He's crazy. He's got the goofies. Take those little pieces of paper out. This is number 13. Number 13 or 14? 14. 13's in there, right? Okay. Well, one thing about having these numbers is that, you know, it's keeping me organized. So I was also talking about, you know, I mean, I love Summer with the Masters because, like, this is my jam. I like these old master paintings. And I didn't know that Tiny World of Wonder, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I see that Katie is with her. And I think maybe when I came on the scene for Summer with the Masters, I think maybe Katie had taken over. I think maybe Tiny World of Wonder, their world just got a little crazy, and it was like, because she does a lot of, she likes a lot of the old masters. So I don't know if she birthed this idea. I really don't know what happened. What color was this? 14 Fern Green, very light. This is also in Night's Rest. So I don't know, like, what happened, you know, not that anything happened. Sometimes people just, you know, they move on. It's like, you know, everything is temporary. People move on. And get my little thing out so I know. But I was looking at her channel, and she hasn't been on in a few years. So I hope that, you know, she just did move on and left her channel up. I hope that nothing, you know, happened. Because I love her site, and I love how excited she gets over the artists and the old masters, and she has some lovely renditions of Botticelli, of old master paintings. You could tell, like, this was just her thing, kind of like me. I love it. Number 15, 738, tan, very light. Number 16, Cocoa Dark. See how easy you can open these bags? Sometimes I just struggle with them. Oh, I hate it. I think I'm going to keep these bags, though, because I didn't kit down Crimson yet. 16, Cocoa Dark. Are you going to fit in there all? I hope so, yeah. Just a little shimmy shake, and I'll get you all in there. So I took a walk. I had to decompress, and we have a major restaurant happening on the corner where we live that we're so excited that's opening. And the gentleman that is opening up, he has an Instagram. I believe it's South Philly Joe. And you know, he came across my Instagram. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the guy that's opening up on the corner. And he's got like, I could tell just by the way that he is creating his recipes. I'm like, this guy is I was watching him make mozzarella. I'm like, oh no, you're the real deal. You're the real deal. If you can make homemade mozzarella, he's the real deal. And I think it's called South Philly Italian Kitchen. And every day he posts something that he's doing in his other location, because this location is just, forget it. It's, you know, he had to gut the whole place out. So while I was taking my walk, I recognized him. I've never met him, and I went over and introduced myself and told him how excited we were that he came to the neighborhood and he's going to be opening up, and it's a BYOB, and you know, just like another creative person, just another person doing it. You know, like, you know, just he loves what he does, and you could see the passion in his food. Oh my God. And so I had John on the phone, and John was like, put me on, you know, he wanted to be on, I had him on speaker. And, you know, he was asking Joe all kinds of questions, and he was telling him how excited, you know, we are for him to open up. And did I put a dryer sheet in here? Yeah, I did. Good girl, Lisa. So that was another thing that I did on my walk. But I really wanted to, today I had it slated, being that I knew that I was going on a couple of mini errands, that I wanted to take you guys on an artist date with me, like what an artist date looks like for me when I'm out and, you know, trying to fill my well into what it is that I'm doing. Now, if I was alone, I would have loved to have photographed some of what was going on in there, but I don't really know that that would have been a good idea to do that, because he really just tore the place apart. But, you know, it's creation. You know, it's destruction and it's creation all over again. This is number 17. This is 823, and I believe this is the navy, 17, navy blue dark. Yes, it's one of my favorite colors. Navies and grays, love them. So, that was fun to get to, say hello, because he'll put something on his Instagram that he's showing you what he's making and whatever, and he'll say something, like don't just watch, say something, and he engages the audience, and it was nice because I always have something to say. About how excited I am, and we can't wait. And I love John's neighborhood. It doesn't really feel a lot of the times like I'm in the city, not as much as where I'm at, which is a few blocks away. I am where like all the bars and the restaurants and the yoga studios and the coffee shops are. They're all walking distance, and I'm only a few blocks from him. But in his neighborhood, it's very quiet. It's like sometimes too quiet for me. Gray, green, medium. Like sometimes I just want to go out. I think I'm going to use a bigger one for this. Sometimes I just want to go out and I want to walk to a coffee shop or go get lunch, because sometimes John is working, really overtime, like where it's like he's going to be home late, like 6 o'clock. And it's getting to the point that I don't want to wait until 6 o'clock to eat dinner. This is an old dryer sheet. I'm going to take you out, put a new one in. These are my snuggle sheets, number 18. What number are, gray, green, medium. So I'm excited about that coming to my neighborhood too. Now all we need is a yoga studio and a cafe and live music. I have all this in my neighborhood. So I was never in my house. I mean, I was, of course, but I was out a lot. 19, number 19, back to a small guy here. Here we go. Number 19 is 927, gray, green, light. Trying not to get those pieces of paper in my tray. And I was talking about, what else was I talking about that you didn't hear? I was talking about, like, I'm really, I've been diamond painting for about a year, and I was talking about, experiences with different diamond painting companies, and there's only been one that I could say I didn't finish. Well, I did finish because it was a labor of love. I actually loved the design because it was done, it was Sybil art, and it was done for one of her patrons who had passed away, and I think she was Miss Red Shoes, and it was an adorable little girl with a big red bow in her head, and a raccoon and a pumpkin purse. It was really cute, and it reminded me of the Big Eyes artwork. Did anybody see that movie with Amy Adams? She was the artist. A great movie if you haven't seen it, especially about, your property rights and, artists that get taken advantage of for their talent. 927. This is, again, gray, green, light, and I didn't put a dryer sheet in, even though I'm looking right at it. Here we go. Like I said, even if they're not staticky, I'm putting a dryer sheet in because with this weather and humidity, and then some drills go into the tray, they don't get used, they get put back in, and then I just feel like if they have any residue or stickiness on them, it becomes a problem. This is number 2931, antique blue, medium, very nice. It reminds me of a Wedgwood blue. Yeah, so the gods have been having fun with me. The watermelon disaster. I was telling you guys that I went to the eye doctor. That's how I started out. Because the day before, Monday, I was sitting here with night's rest, and I was coming to a nice little chunk of color blocking. And what happened? I picked up something that looked like the symbol was a check mark, but it wasn't. It wasn't a check mark. It was a slant. The foot was missing, and I did a nice little portion of it, and I had to take them all out. And I was like, oh my God, you know, number is this? Antique medium blue, number 20. Okay. I had to take it out. And the only thing that was making me happy about that was that they were being replaced with AB drills. That was the only thing. I was like, okay, I got to take them all out, but ABs are going in. That's going to look spectacular because it was the moon. I'm like, I can't believe I painted the moon like a beige color, like a peach color. You know, I just wasn't, I was like in the zone. I was just like doing the canvas, you know, you get into that zone. 21, let me get this first. 21, 934 avocado green black. I guess when the avocado goes rotten, this is what it looks like. Avocado green black. Are they all going to fit in there? I don't think so. So, is that the same size? That looks a little bit bigger. Huh. Okay. Whatever. I don't want to use it anyway. Do I have all small containers in here? This is what I ended up getting a cleaning up crimson with, and I had these in a soak, and I let them air dry, but they're not totally dry. So let's get this cleaned out in here first, or else they're all going to stick. Yeah. So I was telling you guys, so I had to replace it with the AB drills, which was fine. And the next day I had an eye doctor appointment, and I have to tell you guys, I'm taking a break because this is driving me crazy right now. So I tell you guys, I go and sit in the doctor's office, and I had a doctor's appointment right before the pandemic hit, so I had my eyes checked. But the glasses that I have are more like fashionable glasses, and I'm doing this work, and I don't like taking these glasses off and on. I need something that's a little bit more sturdier because these are really delicate. They're transition glasses, so you know, I just wanted something a little bit more sturdier, and I wanted to get back to my contacts because, you know, I have a lot of summer glasses that I bought and that I can't even wear because I don't have contacts. I need to have a prescription. And you know, I sat down in the seat, and you know, they put the lenses in front of you, and the dentist, the optometrist will usually come over and go, do you see better here or here? So I sit down, he puts the things on, and it goes all by itself. And he's like, how's your vision? I'm like, it's absolutely perfect. I'm like, what is going on? I feel like I'm in an episode of the Jeffersons or something, the Jetsons. And he's like, okay, but I'm going to double check it. He did manually check it to make sure. And I was like, this is incredible. Then he put drops in my eyes, and he squeezed underneath my eye to the point that I thought my eyeball was going to pop out. He's like, I'm checking your eyelids. I'm checking your glands. And so this is why the camera's on me right now. Here's avocado green black. Is because he said that I don't want you to get contacts right now. Give it a month. And we have in our eyes glands. We have 40 glands in our eyelids on the top and on the bottom. And what they do is they secrete an oil. But as you get older, that oil gets thicker and harder to come out to lubricate the eyeball. And so sometimes you might feel like you have a foreign object in your eye and you don't. Your eyes are just dry and you're looking, what's in my eye? What's in my eye? Feels something. Your eyes are dry. So he gave me these eye pads to use. He said, put them in the microwave in the morning when you get up, put them on your eyes, like for about 5 minutes. And then what I want you to do is get a washcloth and wrap it around your finger. And I want you to massage your eye down like 20 times, massage it up, and massage it going in. I did this morning. Down, up, and over. My eye was so juicy because you're heating the eyelid, you're heating the natural oil that might be thick, and you're lubricating your eye. I have not needed to use eye drops all day. So that's my little tip for you guys that are having, you know, dry eye, which we can with this craft. Are you kidding me? Of course our eyes get dry. So he said, you will eventually, your eyes will eventually start to create their own lubrication on their own. But I'm telling you, I had such a great experience just doing it on the first day that I'm going to Even if he tells me, "Oh, good, your eyes are nice and juicy, you can stop," I'm not going to. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep helping my eyes along. But what else did he tell me about? He said, I said to him, so I guess no more cold packs on my eyes in the morning. And he looked at me, he's like, why are you putting cold packs on your eyes? I think he thought maybe I was a drinker or something. And I said, well, I shoot video on YouTube. And, a lot of times, no matter how much sleep that I get, my eyes are very dark. I have dark circles under my eyes. And he said, oh, this is a big one. This is 22. This is 20. He said, well, that's because you have inflammation. Do you want to believe it? We even have inflammation in our eyes. So he said, when you do this and you start to juice up your glands and get them working on their own, you're going to see that also as we age, as those of us that are, up there, I'm 61 years on this earth. Thank God. And women start to get like your under eye area gets a little concave and dark. And this is number 22. He said that inflammation will go down and my dark circles should recede a bit. So I'm all for it. I'm all for this, this eyelid exercise that he's having me do. I'm all for it. And I really liked him too. He was my age and he knew that he asked me what I did. I told him I was in the restaurant business and he's like, oh, do you watch The Bear? I'm like, please. I took one season of that show. My nerves were shot because it is like deja vu. But season 2, I did not like. No chef worth their salt. That would be like Anthony Bourdain opening up a restaurant and hiring his family. It would never happen. It would never happen. Any chef worth their salt knows you don't hire your family. You just don't. Not unless they have the passion that you have. But, to carry all these, Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, this crew on The Bear, forget it. There's no way. There's no way. No chef worth his salt would put up with that. So, I was just like, I need a bigger case. Do I have another one here? Yeah, I was just like, I'm supposed to believe that you trained with Daniel Boulard in New York and you're around these crazy people. You have them running the outside, the front of the house, and all they're doing is questioning you. Oh, no, would never happen. Never happen. I would put you on the payroll and give you a paycheck. Just don't come near my restaurant. That would be how I handled that. Especially Richie. No way. Number 23. So he was really nice. He was really great. Really, really great. And I really appreciate that. He said, like he could have sold me contacts. He's like, come back in a month. And just remind me that your goal is to get into contacts. And he's like, I wear contacts and, I understand, your desire to want to be in contacts and, we're going to get you there, but just not right now. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. Because like I said, he could have sold me contacts. So I had that. And I felt really good. I mean, I felt really good about, I'm a little foolish that I didn't get to the eye doctor sooner, and, while I was sitting there, I'm like, you're, and I guess the whole thing with it being oil in your eyes, I'm like, oh, I'm getting my oil checked, and I would do that for my car, and I'm not doing it for myself. Number 23 is 20 light. Very pretty. And so, of course, I have construction. The guys are coming over. John just called me. He's like, listen, the guys got a couple hours to come over. They're going to put the railing on the basement. And what else are they doing? This is number 24. I think this is the color that fell. This is the color that fell out of the bag. Maybe. Let me check. No, this is not the color. So, all right, number 24 is a little bit, but that's good because I don't think I have any more big containers down here and I don't want to have to run up the steps. 24. So they're going to be building my basement stairs because John has decided now that since they did the 3 basement steps, he wants them to do the rest of them. the three that were, they were really like treacherous. Like I said, my husband was a bachelor. He wasn't worried about anybody else being in the house but himself. And now it's like, well, I got to take care of my wife. She's going up and down the steps. She's doing laundry. I got to get this taken care of. So, and then we want to do the bathroom. I really appreciate the work that the previous owner did, Jerry. He was he did a lot of tile. And every time he had extra tile from a job, he came home with it. And, if it went into his house, if it matched, he didn't just put haphazard tile all over. But, the house is cool in the summer and it's warm in the winter because the tile will hold the cool or the heat, So, and it's easy to clean. It's tile. Practically the entire basement is tiled. It's really nice. You just wipe it down. It's so easy to clean. Number 24, 3031, Mocha Brown, very dark. Mocha chocolate. Mocha Joe. Everything always comes back to Seinfeld or Larry David. I'm sorry, but it does. Number 25. What do we have here? Number 25. We have Mocha Brown, very light. Right? 25. Can I see that far away? Yeah. Get them all out of here. It's the light ones. The light ones are, of course, this one, everyone came out. You see how it did that? If I put the case right under me, would have never did that. Let me cut this down here. And then go this way. But I'm so excited for that restaurant. My girlfriend lives down the street with her husband. He's another guitar player. So, we'll be meeting up with them for BYOB night out. That'll be nice. I love a BYOB. I mean, there were some nights that me and John just went out for like a nightcap. And, you would have thought that we had a full dinner. Because, like, he'll have a drink or two, and I'll have a drink or two, and it's like $100. Very pretty. Am I still forgetting to put, oh gosh. Come on. I love the smell of this snuggle. And when I brought this up from the basement, I put it in the case that I was going to kit up with, and I put the lid on. So when I opened this lid this morning, it smelled of snuggle. I was like, oh, how nice is this? I might just keep a few pieces in my case open because it smells so wonderful. Number 26, beautiful little purple here. And this color, according to the DMC 3041, is Antique Violet Medium. I believe that this is going to be in her dress. I was also talking about, and I don't know if it was only audio or not, but I was also talking about when I sent this picture over to Dreamer Designs to have it reproduced. When they did the mock-up, they did it exactly to the photograph that I sent them, and then they said, do you want anything changed? But before that, they did that with Lady in a Hat Feather Boa, and I said no. But before I sent it off, I had told them, please make the ribbon in her hair a little bit darker. And when I got it back, it was just a little bit darker, and it was beautiful. And they always ask you, how do you like it? Do you like it? Do you want to make any other changes before we, start to pull the palette or we start to print? And I'm like, when they sent it to me, I'm like, no, she's gorgeous. Just print it and get it to me as fast as you can, because I just absolutely loved it. But like I said, just make the hair ribbon a little bit darker, and they did. They're like, do you want an AB? I said yes. They opted to give me a winter white, which is going to be used in some of the cloud coverage and the moon. Not a lot. Just that sparkle here and there. And I really, the fact that there's no black in here, and there's tones in this canvas, like this blue green that you see in the background. I'll show you the picture. I'll pop it up. I really don't want to start playing around with enhancements or anything like that. I think I just want to leave it the way it is. So I think for right now, I'm going to have to take a smaller little, this was the case that I bought that had all small containers, and I don't think that I emptied enough containers out that were bigger, just a few. So I think for I'm gonna have some drills still in the bag. Number 27. There are gonna be some drills still in this bag because I really don't feel like getting up. And then as they need to be replenished, I'll replenish them. I don't feel like running up the steps and going to go get extra drills and extra drill containers. Number 27. The lip of this almost got caught in here and we would have had disaster. Number 27, here we go. Number 27 is Desert Sand. This is kind of a fleshy color to me. I was actually holding this up to my face. I think it's kind of fleshy. Desert Sand. I don't know if you guys had that terrible rain yesterday like we did. All our phones went off in the house because I have an iPhone that is a house phone and John's phone and my phone. And it was like, oh my gosh, horrible. And the rain that came down last night was just horrible, you know, rain and wind. And I was talking to Jenny and she's in Florida. And she's doing a little lizard canvas. And I was like, oh, you're reminding when I lived in Florida, the little geckos. And she's like, I live in Florida. So I'm like, I'm coming out there. You know, I lived in Sarasota for a while and I loved it. And it's always been my dream to come back, and I'm coming back. I'm coming back, Florida. I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to be on the bocce court. What else does he say, George Costanza? When him and Estelle are going to Florida. We're going to be everywhere. There's no room in the Del Boca Vista. I don't think so. We're coming. Number 28. This is Beaver Gray, very light. 3072. I took a little chunk out of the other one. And look at these, how they're flying around in there. This color, for some reason, always loaded with static. And I forgot to put the static sheet. Look at them. They're all stuck in there already. They're all stuck on the side. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call, and while I was in another meeting, I just kept on kitting up my colors, and so they're all done. And so we left off with 27, which was Desert Sand, and here is 28, which is Beaver Gray, very light. Looks like a green to me, but it's Beaver Gray, very light. And number 29, 3371, is Black Brown. And number 30, 3770, is Tawny, very light. And number 31, 3772, is Desert Sand, very light. There we go. And number 32, 3776, Mahogany, light. Got their little dryer sheets in there. 3787, Brown Gray Dark, very nice. I like that one too. Turn this light more this way. Number 34, 3799, Pewter Gray, very dark. Number 35, Celadon Green. And number 36, 3816, is Celadon Green Light. 37 is that Pumpkin Pale. And number 38, 3830, is Terracotta. Number 39, 3834, is Grape Dark. So maybe that Grape Dark is going to go in her hair there. Number 40, 3856, Mahogany Ultra, very light. Number 41, 3858, Rosewood Medium. Yeah, you need a little dryer sheet in there. Number 42, 3860, Cocoa. 3861 Cocoa Light. Cocoa and Cocoa Light. And 3862 Mocha. Cocoa and Mocha. This is Mocha Beige Light. 3863 is Mocha Beige Medium. And 46 is AB08, which is going to be like around the moon. And there you have it. That's my kit up. We're done. Finally. What a crazy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Let's put these in here like this. 34, 35, 36. Here's 37. This is 38. 39. 40. I said I was going to do these in color order and it didn't happen. 41. They're in DMC code order. 42. 43. And numerical order. 44. 45 and 46 with plenty left over. There's our beauty in violet. And these are the little trimmings that I had from the label. Not too bad. I'm glad I kind of figured that out where, you know, I could just hang it off somewhere. And there's our color palette. And I am probably going to get started on this tomorrow. Oh, such a relief to have this done and kitted up and ready to go. Beauty in Violet. And we'll start our masterclass on Paul Francois Quinsac. I hope I'm saying his name properly. I will look it up on how to pronounce his name. French painter. This is from the late 1800s. And I'm very curious about his creative process. And I'll show you also some of his paintings that I think would make excellent diamond paintings if you like having your paintings custom made, or if you want to give Dreamer Designs a try. And if you're all about, you know, this master artwork and having these pieces, like the pieces that I buy from other companies, I love them. But my masterpieces, I thrift shop for frames so that I can get them hung up and put on my wall. And I hope you guys are having a relaxing Wednesday. It's hump day. We're almost to the weekend, guys. And keep creating that world that you want to live in. And I will see you guys, as always, in the next one. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company. I look forward to speaking to you again in the next one. Bye. Look at him. Hurry up. He's in his glory right now.
Watch this. Watch when I hold my palm.
Look at his face.
Watch when I hold my palm up in the air. He's either going to climb up and get it or pull my palm down. Watch. Watch this. Look. He gets me. He don't like this.
Oh no, he wants you to hand it to him. Look, I wait for this all day now. You want me to work for it? You want me to stand up? You want me to get it? Are you kidding me?
Watch, he's going to pull my hand down.
I don't think so.
Yes, he will.
I don't think so.
I know.
He's been pissed off all day. I had to put up with her all day with this diamond painting. Oh, there he is.
See, he pushes my hand.